How's it yangin', dudes? My name is Sean, and welcome back to the second upload of the day. And no, this one is not clickbaity at all. It is 100% factual. New Mexico 2020. Andrew Yang is up, what? Up to 10%, my dudes. Haha. Yes. As New Mexico celebrates its 108th anniversary of statehood, a new Emerson College poll finds New Mexico Democratic primary voters split between Senator Bernie Sanders at 20% and Vice President Joe Biden at 27%. Entrepreneur Andrew Yang is the only other candidate in double-digit figures at 10%, and Elizabeth Warren has dropped down to 8%. And former Mayor Pete Buttigieg is at 7. He said, oh, go ahead and smack a like. Algorithm loves gravy. Algorithm gotta have the gravy. If you don't give the gravy to the algorithm, the overlords get mad, okay? Anyways, smack the like. Okay, especially because we want to get this video out there. We want as many people to know about this as possible. Now, disclaimer. I do not know or think that this poll is being accepted by the DNC. As a qualifying poll. Somebody let me know in the comment section right now if that's correct or not. I do not know if it is, so I don't want to mislead and say that it is, but it is a tremendous news, my dudes. So, there's a previous Emerson polling down here from December 15th through the 17th, and I had Booty up 8% to Yang 6, Warren up 12 to Yang 6, Sanders 25, Biden 32. Now, no. Check this out. Biden has fallen from 32 to 27, and Sanders has only increased from 25 to 28. Sanders was incrementally increasing, leaps and bounds in 2016. His campaign is, I think it's peaked. I'm not 100% sure about that. I think it's peaked. Now, don't get me wrong, Sanders would not be the worst possible candidate to secure a nomination and going into the general election. However, with Yang coming up from 6 to 10, taking some of Warren's supporters, some of Booty's supporters, he is now in third place in New Mexico. Oh, man, that is huge, guys. And now here's the thing, though. Will this be just like a one-off poll and the rest of them be, the usual 6, 7, 5%, right? Or is this is the snowball starting to grow a lot larger, right? Is this indicative of things to come? Now, Ohio was a little bit of a damper in our plans, but honestly, you don't need Ohio's delegates to win the race, and on top of that, we're filing a aggressive write-in campaign, and no flack to whoever the campaign manager is in Ohio, but Yang, bruh, gotta look into somebody a little bit better. No offense to that guy. I'm sure it might just been a mistake. He's Yang Gang. We love him. Leadership position, probably not so much. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm just saying you guys can vote Sean for Minister of Propaganda under Yang. No, but we are doing good, guys. January 3rd through 6th, Democratic primary voters in New Mexico. Man, that is great. Okay, so Spencer Kimball, director of Emerson College Polling, explains that as the country focuses on early nominating contests, we looked at the end of the nomination schedule to June 2nd, New Mexico primary to see how things might play out if the race is still contested at that point. And it appears Sanders and Biden are able to emerge as the top two candidates. They are set up to close the showdown in Mexico, but the race is still fluid as a majority of voters, 52%, say they could change their minds. Oh, and guess what? Out of all of Yang supporters, none of them will change their minds. Not a single one. A single one. People who are actually Yang Gang, But just as a side note here, who is someone else? Who is someone else? Is that like in 2016 when D's Nuts was running for president? Is that like the wizard guy? Or is it Harambe? Who is this someone else? I don't know. Okay, so as seen in previous Emerson polling, Sanders dominates with young voters taking 40% of the vote from those 18 to 29 because he's got so much of those people. If Yang was actually at the same rate as Sanders was, well, then guess what? Yang would actually be leading in that because he just doesn't have the amount of people supporting him as Sanders does because he doesn't have the name recognition, right? Okay. Excuse me, I clear my throat here. Okay, so in an inverse relationship, Biden takes 17% of those under 50 and 37% of those over 50. Of course he does. This is probably going to be the last election where the old people dominate. The boomer, it's probably the last election where they dominate as much, because a lot of the young people are starting to make up the majority of the voting masses. Excuse me, guys. I just ate lunch and I'm excited and I'm talking too quick. Okay, so looking at educational attainment, 46% of those without a high school degree support Sanders, while only 13% of a postgraduate degree support him. Regionally, Biden takes 34% of the vote in second, third congressional districts, comparison first district. Okay. Trump, Sanders, Trump, Buttigieg, Trump, Warren. I'm curious to see what the Yang Trump would be, because Emerson polling a couple of accounts has had Yang polling significantly higher than Trump and beating him by a significant margin of 6 points or higher sometimes. There's a video on my channel. You guys can check that out. The most important issue of voters is the economy at 34%, followed by healthcare 17%, social issues at 16%. So the economy is higher than healthcare. So if you're a one-issue candidate running on a Medicare for All mandate that's going to increase taxes, that's also going to uproot 13% of the economy that is in the insurance industry, guess what? Not going to work out for you. So, once again, Yang's plan is of a little bit of a better quality. And I have a correction video in the works for rational, whoever that person is. They keep hitting Yang pretty hard, and I'm not liking that. Now, it's different because those people like him, Kyle, they have some sort of integrity. That's the reason why I make corrective videos on them so hard. Because when you think about it, people like Sam Cedar and TYT, they're really trolls. They're grifters. They're in it for the money because, and maybe even Rational National and Kyle to a certain point, because their bases are so entrenched in that left ideology that they can't falter from that too far, even though Kyle does sometimes, and I appreciate him for doing that, even though I disagree with him a lot. So yeah, I know that they're being disingenuous when they're trying to smear Yang as opposed to Bernie, just for the sake that them being Bernie fans. Like, there's some times where I've criticized Yang. I don't agree with him all the time, but that doesn't mean I'm going to turn my back on him just because there's one or two things. Same would be said for them and Bernie, but the thing is, they don't ever address the bad things about them. So all this is starting to show. I mean, Bernie's growth is slowing, Biden is receding, Warren is receding, Buttigieg is receding, but Yang just keeps on climbing, guys. Oh, this is great news, great stuff. Yeah. With Ricky Gervais and the Golden Globes a couple nights ago, man, it'd be really cool if he endorsed Andrew Yang. And I know he's not a American citizen, I know that, guys, but he has a huge American following. He's American resident, and you can get endorsements from outside the country. It can happen, believe it or not. So I don't know. I think they think that would be kind of cool. So I just wanted to hop in here and update you guys on this kind of stuff. I don't know. That's really all I got for you guys. I didn't want to drag this video out too long. It is, second video of the day. So Emerson polling, good news, guys. Good news. So stay tuned for. I don't know if anything else comes out. You guys know that I'll be right here with you guys. Make sure we're covering it. So just make sure you get out there, canvass in Iowa. Do your Yang Daily 10. Let's see here. Let's see. We can't pop that up. Yang Daily 10. Sorry, I was one finger pecking there. States that require immediate attention: Ohio. We can just cross that off, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who lives in Delaware, Kentucky, Maryland, Montana, Mississippi, get out there, guys. Come on. They literally, you go on here and you can just click the link and print off the papers and you'll get people signing. You know what I mean? You can do that. Now, there's a very specific way to get signatures. But if you can read a piece of paper and you can walk, you can do that. It's not hard. So if you're Yang Gang, you can like and subscribe and share and get these videos out there. That is very important because most of our juggernaut is online. I get that. But at the same time, we got to have a ground game too. You know what I'm saying? We got to get out there. Let's see. Where were we at in donations? Oh, look, they updated it. Contribute to Andrew Yang, no packs, just people. That's right. Okay, okay. Now how we get past the paywall, Andrew? Oh, continue site. Okay. All right. So we do not have a we don't have a fundraising meter right now, so that's kind of cool. That's okay. It's like pressure's off of us for a little while. We made some good money. You know what I'm saying? We did all right. We did all right. Yang Gang always meets his goals. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys smash a like, subscribe, all the gravy for the algorithmic overlords. And don't forget, I love you guys. Love you guys always. Good news, good news, good news.